I'm Mike Fisher. We are at the Star in Frisco, and yeah, I guess we're kind of on the clock, aren't we? That's a good opportunity to talk about the draft. No, not the upcoming April draft, 2024 draft. Let's go backwards and let's do a rookie review, because as you're looking at the Cowboys roster build, such as it is, it's clearly going to be reliant, if the Cowboys are going to try to maintain what they have been for the last 3 years at 12-5. This upcoming draft class, yeah, it better be good. But last year's draft class needs to be good. Mike McCarthy likes to talk right there at that podium about second-year leaps. Jalen Tolbert is a guy that he's talked about a lot. Well, here comes the not only opportunity, but the need for second-year leaps. So I'm going to go through my list. By the way, I'm Mike Fisher, your trusted and trusted reporter. This is the Star, and we can talk about this on the Fish Report here, and we read about it at cowboyssi.com. So many roster holes to fill. Go back to 2023. Can guys fill those? Here's the picks. Mazi, Schoon, Overshown, Fehoko, Awesome Richards, Eric Scott Jr., Deuce, and Jalen Brooks. Okay, and then the undrafted guys, they count to Hunter Lipke, TJ Bass, and John Stevens, the tight end. So, Mazi and Schoon, underwhelming. And people can spit out all kinds of numbers, or people inside this building can spin things. Mazi and Schoon, severely underwhelming. Mazi was billed as a guy that might come in here and start. He barely played. There's the thing with the weight, which I'm still trying to figure out. When he showed up in this building, he's the strongest guy in the building, and he's the best run stopper getting off the bus. I don't know about strongest, but he wasn't the best run stopper, that's why they would have played him. Schoon, immediate help, not immediate help, and I still don't understand the pick at all, and I mean no disrespect to him, the player, I just don't understand why this team decided to prioritize tight end. But what if those guys could do what Tolbert did from the year before? And of course, Jalen Brooks is in this category as well. So Jalen Tolbert is kind of the model of the second-year leap. Mazi's supposed to help with the run-stopping woes going forward. And now that we know that Jonathan Hankins is bound for Seattle, what's that? 8, 9 rotational guys or starters that are already gone as we speak. A lot of draft picks are going to have to be really good, not only in 2024, but from this past year. And again, from this past year, they're already on the roster for the most part. So being the same isn't going to be good enough if the Cowboys want to be the same, that is to say 12-5. So let's rattle through them. Mazi needs to start and be good. He cannot be a starter by default. Tight end, not a position of worry, Jake Ferguson, but you're trying to get bigger and stronger and better. And so with all due respect to the legend of Peyton Hendershot, Schoon needs to be the backup tight end here and play substantially in 2 tight end sets. Agent Zero. Got hurt, of course, in the preseason game against Seattle. Such high hopes for him for so many reasons. I tapped the brakes a little bit. Now, again, not as an insult to him, the people at Texas that saw him play, yes, he was a bullet running all over practice field game, but he didn't already know where he was going. So athletically, Overshown this year as a special teamer, yes. People that are penciling him, he's going to make a difference at linebacker. There's no way we can know that yet. Cross your fingers. That'd be fun, especially with Leighton Vander Esch now having retired. Junior Fehoko, he gets a chance to make his body bigger and better. He was not featured at all as a rookie, of course. Maybe that's because they had an embarrassment of riches at defensive end. Well, DA is gone. Fowler, gone. There's room now for Junior Fehoko to do something, and he will certainly be asked to do something. Offensive tackle. Wouldn't that be nice? Awesome Richards. Hey, we don't need to draft an offensive tackle. We're going to draft a center, or we're going to draft best available athlete, which is a pipe dream to me. I think they've locked themselves into having to draft an offensive lineman, but we'll see. But what if Awesome Richards is good? Is he a starting caliber offensive lineman in this league? The early guess would be no. That's not fair to ask that of him, but you cross your fingers real tight. Undrafted free agent TJ Bass. Is he a starter? Again, you'd like him to be a starter because he deserves it, not because he has to. But I must say, he made himself into a player last year. Coaches, scouts, that all worked together. They found himself a player, made 2 starts in 17 games, and did not embarrass himself. That's fair. Maybe a full-time starter for TJ Bass. Scott Jr. This is a great example of how you can have a perfectly fine draft or fine draft pick, but have to still wait on him. Eric Scott Jr. is going to play in the NFL, but he barely got his uniform sweaty last year. Special teams, something, whatever. Again, last year they didn't need a cornerback. This year, what's going to happen with Gilly, we don't know yet as we speak here. They may need a step up from Eric Scott Jr. He's a great story, gives everything he's got. He can play in the NFL. Special teams, maybe more. Running back. We're not here to make fun of Deuce. We are here to let you know the Deuce is Loose t-shirts are available in the Uncle Fish store. You can see that right below. Deuce is Loose. Can Deuce Staley play in the NFL? This team thinks so. Is he a starting running back in the NFL? This team obviously doesn't think so because they have very much telegraphed their plans to use, a 3rd round pick on a running back. But Deuce as a useful contributor, that'd be nice. He wasn't quite that last year. And then last, Jalen Brooks. A surprise in the way he jumped up in training camp last year. Got 6 targets, right? 6 catches, 64 yards. Jalen Brooks can play in the NFL. So, how many holes do the Cowboys have? And how many of those guys, combined with the guys in the upcoming draft, can fill those holes? The math doesn't quite add up to be as good, the Cowboys to be as good as they've been in the last 3 years, although NFL.com keeps saying they're the 10th best team in the league. And the odds makers, BetUSA has the Cowboys as favorite to win the NFC East. Maybe they know something that we don't know about the 2023 NFL draft class. There's your rookie review from here inside the Star Fish. Out.